My name is Stella, and I live in Johannesburg, South Africa. My greatest role is as mum to a son, 17-year-old son. He's very much a chosen child. His dad and I adopted him from when he was teeny tiny. So, yeah, he's our precious child.
I met Stella through a group on social media of parents of transgender kids from different countries. Her son is a teenager, and his name is Lunga.
Morning. What classes are you doing today, love?
Physics.
Yeah? Okay. It's a little bit chilly today. Can you get dressed warm?
Yeah.
17 years ago, Stella and her husband decided they wanted a baby. Neither felt strongly about having biological children, so they decided to adopt.
You know, funny enough, my kid's dad was very particular that his only stipulation was that we should adopt a girl, because he felt very strongly that he wasn't up to doing boy stuff. It just wasn't his thing. He didn't want to see himself on the sports fields. We brought home this 4-month-old precious little thing, and we were like, oops, we're parents, just like that. Amazing.
Yes, watch where you are.
Our key focus was around being a multicultural family. My son's dad and I are both white, and our son is black. You know, all the gender stuff was just kind of, there we go, it wasn't part of the story.
That wasn't the challenge you thought you'd be facing, right?
Not at all. Yeah.
But early on, it became clear that gender was going to be a central issue when raising their child.
When he must have been about 6, he used to stay in the after-school program because I'm a working mom. And his one very much elderly, sort of grandmotherly lady who ran the aftercare program phoned me to say, that afternoon, my son came to her and said, you know, he'd heard this Bible story. He asked her if she could please intervene. And it's not something I talk about a lot, as you know, Marlo. I mean, these are children's stories, so they're precious, yeah. So she said that my son asked her to intervene because God had forgotten to give him a penis. You know how painful it is.
Oh, I'm sorry. Take your time.
I mean, his dad and I knew a long time before he told us, obviously. And he wasn't allowed to be on social media, but he was on social media pretending to be a boy. And I tried every possible way to get him to say it, and he just couldn't say it. The psychologist was telling us, stop putting words in his mouth, you know. It's too soon. It's too soon to pigeonhole your child. And we should have just gone with our gut, but we were silly and we didn't.
Right.
And what really helped is my sister. It was the year that my son was starting high school, and they just kind of had one of those rolling walks and talks. And she gently nudged him along, and it was really beautiful.
Now, Lunga is 17, and he is taking testosterone.
In the last 3 years, he's turned into this broad-shouldered, deep-voiced young man. We've changed his name and gender marker. We've done everything that he needs to do to live as a boy.
What is the biggest lesson this experience has taught you?
I've come so far in these 3 years that it's sometimes hard to just believe how utterly devoid of any knowledge I was. Where I found the most knowledge and the most information and support was just by seeking out any transgender person who would meet me and just saying, please be generous, I need to understand. And it was incredible. So I, in my city of Johannesburg, was held by the hand and helped by a transgender refugee from Zimbabwe.
My name is Tomas. I am 35 years old. I'm a transgender man. My pronouns are he, him, his.
Stella and her son Lunga met Tamars at a workshop on transgender healthcare. He runs an organization supporting LGBT refugees in South Africa.
Hey Marlo, hey T, how's it going?
Good. It's been a while, hey?
Yeah, it's so good to
Tamars
see you.
has been an important figure in Lunga's life, so Stella invited him to join our call.
T is a trunkle to many people. And it's very important to have trans uncles.
And I take my job, my role as a trunco very seriously. Trust me, I do.
So what's involved in that role? Can you tell me?
Okay, coming from where I'm coming from, you know, I've wanted a trunco and I never had. There was nobody there for me to look up to, no one there for me to emulate, and I've taken it upon myself to be that to everybody, you know, especially people from other African countries here that criminalize us for being ourselves, you know.
Tamars is an asylum seeker who came to South Africa in the hopes of a better life. He grew up in Zimbabwe and initially came out as a lesbian woman. There are laws in Zimbabwe that criminalize LGBT people. Transgender people are not legally recognized at all.
Anything about sexuality, anything about gender identity, it was never something that anybody talked about. My family, they heard rumors that I was sleeping with women and they disowned me and my world just ended. So coming here was not really a decision that I made for myself. It was sort of like made for me.
Tamars had to leave Zimbabwe and move to South Africa. It was there that he started to discover more about his identity.
What happened was I went to Joburg Pride in 2013 with these new friends of mine that I had just met. I remember seeing this man and I saw him and I was like, who is that person? Like, what is it exactly about him? I was so drawn to him. He mentioned to me that he was trans.
I'm sorry, but was that the first time anyone had said that word?
That was the first time that I heard about it. I don't want to lie to you, it was the very first time. And I started reading up on that word and everything just made sense, you know? Everything just clicked.
I want to ask you about Lunga. What do you see when you look at him now?
I see a young me, you know, like what my life would have been or could have been if I had gotten that chance to just be myself from a very young age. I am 35 years old and I can tell you that I started hormone replacement therapy in 2019 November. So you can imagine getting to this age and not even, you know, so with his mom on his side, it's going to be amazing because I'm now in a place where my whole family now accepts me. But there are people that go their whole life without even getting that acceptance, without even getting that acknowledgement from their family, you know. And life is just, it's not life when the people that you love don't love you back, don't accept or understand you, you know.
No, but really, T, I must say that this is our job. Loving our children is the greatest privilege that we've ever had. And loving our transgender children, oh wow, we hit the jackpot.
Absolutely, we're so lucky.
Isn't there a song, We're the Lucky Ones? Maybe, I don't know.
It should be a soundtrack to this,
Yeah.
eh?
We're the